Hello. We are here today to talk about something that we thought would be fun for you all.
Yes. So loads of us, no matter how much we think we know, there are things that take us by surprise when we are actually going through the process of birth. So let's cover 5 things that surprised us about birth.
Number 1. One of the things that really took me by surprise first time round was that after I'd given birth to my beautiful baby and I was holding them, the contractions did not stop. They carried on.
What the fuck?
That Mother Nature is a motherfucker. And the reason being is that your uterus is contracting down to its pre-baby size, and to do that it needs to expel the placenta. So contracting down will make sure that placenta comes away from the uterine wall and get it out of your vag.
Yep. And even after the placenta, they can still continue, and that's what we call after pain. So yeah, look that shit up.
Yeah, paracetamol, hot water bottle, and Netflix. Mwah. Number 2, I shat myself in labour, and I couldn't have gave a flying fuck. If you'd have told me whilst pregnant, I'd have been utterly embarrassed.
Like,
oh my gosh, I don't want to poo. And then afterwards, when my husband had very happily told me that I did shit myself, I was like, well, don't care. I did not think that would happen.
No, second time round I was aware of shitting myself and totally fine with it. Just announcing it to the world. So yeah, that was fine. And another thing that surprised me was that the sensations of birth were not constant.
Yeah.
You know, when you hear these stories, I was in labour for 24 hours, blah, blah, blah. Oh, I was having contractions for 3 days. And it makes you think that you're going to be lying on a bed screaming for all that time, because that's what you see on the telly. It just wasn't like that. You can have a rest. You can make the dinner in that time.
Go for a walk.
There's loads of time that's passing where nothing's happening. They can be like every half an hour and stuff to start with. And I just totally didn't know that. No. It's just not what I pictured in my head at all.
Right. Number 4, when I tore, and I've torn all 3 times, I don't feel it happening. I think most people, when they tear, believe that tearing will be horrific and they will feel it. And I'm sure for some people it's not that comfortable. But for the vast majority of people that we've spoken to, and for myself, I was not aware that I had torn until I was told by the midwives that I had torn. And that is very common, and I did not know that. And again, if you'd have told me that in my first pregnancy, that I was going to tear and I wasn't going to feel it, I'd have told you to fuck off and get away from me, you absolute loon.
Yeah. Most people are fucking worried about it, and they really don't need to be, because it's not something you've got any control over, and it's not something that you're aware of at the time, which I hope is reassuring for you.
And number 5, that birth wasn't as messy as I had been led to believe it was going to be.
Absolutely. I know that's something I really worried about with my home birth, because I just thought there was going to be fucking blood everywhere. But there really isn't.
Harrowing.
Like, there's those absorbent pads that the midwives have. They are incredible. They put them kind of underneath you if you're in a bed situation, if you're in a pool. Any sort of mess that there is contained. And actually, a lot of the time people are surprised by how clear the water can be after a water birth as well. So yeah, it really isn't that messy. Don't worry too much about kind of getting stuff all messy and it being ruined. Like, I would make sure that you have kind of dark coloured nighties and things like that if you're going to be wearing nighties after the birth. Why a nightie?
Why a nightie? How old are you? Right, Mrs. Doubtfire.
You know, if you're a nightie woman, then make sure you got dark coloured ones. But yeah, gym jams.
If you're normal and wear pyjamas like the rest of us,
or just, tracky bees. Just wear dark coloured clothes, mate.
Yeah, that's what
wear
she
dark
means.
Clothes. Just wear dark clothes, it's fine.
So those are 5 things that surprised us during our first birth. The 6th thing that has surprised me is that Alex wears nighties.
I've never worn a nightie. Do you know what? I packed 2 nighties for birth. Oh my God. I packed 2 nighties to take with me to hospital. Never fucking wore them. In fact, I think I wore one and it was dark coloured. So that was great. I was happy about that.
She does wear nighties. So yeah, 5 things that surprised us. I hope you all liked watching this and finding out that information about Alex. If you've enjoyed watching this, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and come and follow us on the gram. All the information is below. So yeah.
For more fashion tips. Bye. See ya. See you there. Oh God.